Doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little wind. We'll see. So MT's right behind me. There's MT. And she's actually only sitting on a 22-pound anchor, but we're gonna be leaving our boats for a couple days to go run some errands. But if anything like this comes, we're not super confident, and it might be storming for the next few days. So I'm gonna take off my spare anchor and haul that over to her boat before this hits. Doesn't look so bad right now, but yeah, I gotta get to work. Wow, there's probably at least 30 knots of wind here. A little more than I was expecting. It's nice and cold though. I don't think I can get over to MT's boat now. She looks like she's holding fine though. Dacia is on a massive anchor, like we swapped out the other day. I don't think I recorded that, but because I just said we're going to go do some errands for a couple days, I'm leaving the boat just for a little while. But I have a 105-pound mantis on board that I throw in the water when I'm away. It's been so chill here the last week that I haven't really been tied down for this all that well, so the boat's a little bit chaotic. But the rain's starting now. The storms are always quite exciting. This one's not a lot of wind, but when they hit you, as Captain Ron says, they come on you fast and they leave you fast.
It's just a little squall! They come on you fast and they leave you fast!
Oh god! What? Oh no, Dapple's upside down! I guess next time this happens, I know to pull my oars out if I have time. This might have turned into one of the most intense squalls I've been through actually. I don't see my oars floating away. That's annoying me. Oh shit. One sec. Well, I'll be honest, I definitely didn't gauge this one very well. If I seen that coming, I need to go get my oars. With Dapple bobbing around upside down, the oars could potentially fall out at any moment. So I gambled with the lightning, jumped in the water, and luckily both oars were still under the dinghy. Then, only about 15 minutes later, the squall had passed, but Dapple was still floating upside down. I really don't like seeing her upside down like that. I'm gonna go see if I can fix it. I didn't even see how she flipped upside down. I think a big wave must have caught her and she just rotated. But as long as the oar locks aren't in there and she flips, it's not that big of a deal. That was a pretty gnarly little storm, and I don't even know if it's completely over yet. I wonder how much wind speed we got there. All right, I missed recording that, but there's another bit of a squall coming, and since I misjudged the other one so poorly, after I flipped Dapple, I put her up on deck. It actually stores really nicely up here. There's a little bit I can obviously do to improve it, but I'm happy. I was able to just pull her up by hand, which was super nice. That worked really well. Super easy to get her on deck in a hurry. Dash is doing good. I haven't heard from MT though. I'm gonna go check my phone. It's been a few days since that storm passed. Dash and Dacia held up fine through it. And now what I'm gonna do is go and deliver some syrup over to Dash on Dapple, a sail by. MT's wanting to make some pancakes, and we got some nice maple syrup on board, so I'm gonna take that over there and just drop it on the boat. All right, good to go. MT, come take your syrup. Uh-oh.
Throw it.
No. One sec, I'll tack the other way. Try again. Pancake delivery. Hello. Pancake. Hello.
Okay.
I'm gonna rip my sail.
Okay, well, go to the lounge and I'll make I'll just need to go when it's done.
Dinner's ready. I feel like a child. So this boat, this sail's from a laser, I'm pretty sure. So it's a little bit too big for this little dinghy. And that. Hello? Is there any more pancakes for me?
I didn't ring the bell yet. I have like 4 more to make. Do another lap.
Let's circle Dacia. There's Dacia. Oh, pancakes are ready. Uh-oh, I stalled it. Get over there. Made it.
I'll move old Ren.
That's fine. Once I get this off, it should be okay. Do you want to go forward? You can put the GoPro down. Let's just get this thing done. Good job.
Thank you.
Hopefully that's okay. Pancakes. The wind picked up a little bit while eating pancakes. I thought getting back to Dacia would be pretty easy, but I got humbled quick.
Maybe I don't know what I'm doing properly.
I think it has something to do with the centerboard. My take on this now is a couple things. For one, the sail is oversized for the dinghy. The extra wind in the sails also forces the nose up into the wind.
I can't get myself back to the boat. The dagger board doesn't want to actually track in the water the way it's supposed to. I have an idea.
There's probably a lot I could have done different, but I hope you enjoy watching me struggle. Well, this has been exciting. Now I have to go back. I've learned that the key to sailing on this tack is trying to keep this lee board down in the water. Got it. That was a little stressful. I'm gonna go see how well I can row this thing. As long as there isn't any big waves, it goes into the wind pretty good. So last episode I talked to you guys about my water maker. I got some exciting news. A water maker came up for sale on Facebook and that I needed more materials before I could install it. Well, in typical me fashion, I put it all in and got it running without recording any of it. But now I'll run you guys through it, how I set it up, how it works. It's not exactly a perfect installation, but nothing on my boat really is, but it does work, and I'm very happy with how it all turned out. So it's a pretty big mess in here. I do want to organize these wires a little bit more, so just pretend like you're not looking at that, as well as that T. There's a T here that's looking pretty corroded. These are all things I want to replace eventually, but let me try to run you through some of this. That's the electric motor down behind here, and this is the ram that drives the pump, and then the pump goes in to the membrane, which I installed up against this wall, and then that pumps down out through back over here. It's hard to see, and then spits the water out through this hose. I have it set up with a T right now because I plan to put this on like a, what would you call it? Like a valve train, I guess, so that I can set it up and have it go in multiple different areas. And I'll probably hook the valve train up somewhere on this wall. And I had originally planned to put the pre-filters up here, but that didn't end up working out. So the pre-filters are actually right here, off the back of my water platform. This is actually where my engine used to be. Now I can fit 4 different water jugs here, which works well because I can just fill them off of these teed hoses. Like I said, this still isn't set up perfectly, but it does work, and it works quite well. I'm very happy with it. However, after getting it running, I was noticing the electric motor that runs that was getting really hot, and it's because it's obviously hot here. I'm in the Florida Keys in the summer, and there's no moving air through that area. So all of the heat would just exponentially grow, and the motor was getting really hot. So what I actually did was I bought 2 really cheap computer fans that were waterproof. All right, so I've got one fan here, and that blows air right on the motor itself. And then there's one behind that you can't really see, and that's venting air out. I would run the water maker for about an hour, and it was getting so hot that I couldn't even put my hand on the motor, which is really bad for it. But after installing these fans, I could run it for multiple hours and the motor doesn't get hot at all. So it's pretty impressive how just a little bit of airflow can massively change the amount of heat that goes through something. So now I'll turn it on and show you guys how it works. Got it on a switch here. So I put this switch on. It has to prime itself up. Now you can hear how it's pumping, and you can probably see the little ram move in right there. Now the water maker sucks in salt water that passes through these filters, and then the pump pressurizes the water to something around 800 psi and forces it through the membrane. Through a system called reverse osmosis, the salt is extracted and you're left with fresh drinking water. Cheers. So bad news. It is Monday today. I just finished uploading my newest video yesterday, and after I got it all uploaded, I started to notice how bad my laptop was actually getting. The lithium-ion battery inside my laptop has started swelling, and it's a pretty old laptop, but it's still quite good. So I've now ordered a battery on Amazon, so hopefully it's not just a cheapy Chinese battery, but I'll show you guys my laptop battery. This thing's probably 7 years old, but if you look, this is the battery, this whole piece, and this should be flat. And as you can see, it is swollen pretty bad. So that means there's a chance that I don't get a video out next week. I ordered the battery Sunday afternoon, it's now Monday, and it comes in tomorrow. So you can clearly see a major difference between these two batteries. Please turn on.